Right. Let's discuss Kamala Das' poem, An Introduction. An introduction by Kamala Das is an Indian experience, and the writer, being a female, speaks about feminism, female freedom. Mm. India is a country where there is no equal freedom to females. There are so many problems. For example, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law riot. Mother-in-law is powerful and daughter-in-law is weak. And also other thing is that too much male chauvinism. It is common to Hindu, Muslim all. This is about Hindu background and introduction. Let's see what does she introduce. I don't know politics, but I know the names. I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of month, beginning with Nehru. Beginning with Jawaharlal Nehru's period, Kamala Das, the narrator, knows how to introduce the periods. She says she doesn't know politics, but she knows the names of them. That time, females' freedom was restricted, but Nehru's daughter, later Indira Gandhi, became Prime Minister of India, of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of month, beginning with Nehru. I'm Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak three languages, write in two, dream in one. She speaks three languages. One is English, one is her own language. But she writes in two languages, but thinks in her own mother tongue. She can write in English. There's one truth. Whatever languages they know, one person begins to think in his or her own mother tongue. That's why I speak three languages, write in two, dream in one. Dream in one language, that is mother tongue. Don't write in English, they said. That time, Indian people rejected English. They valued their mother tongue. English is not your mother tongue. Why not? Leave me alone. Critics, friends, visiting cousins. She says female rights. She asks why doesn't she have right to write in English, to think in English, to write in English and use English in her day-to-day life. Why is it restricted? Now, Gandhi also began wearing their domestic clothes, local clothes, national clothes, and inculcated people to follow the same. Every one of you is a rhetorical question. Why not let me speak in any language I like? That's a freedom. Why don't I have the freedom to use any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortions, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. She speaks of self-freedom. It is half English, half Indian, funny perhaps. Some people say half Indian, half English. Is it funny? But it's the honest. It is as human. I am human. Don't you see? It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as coin is to cross on roaring to the lions. As a simile, she says, it is human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware. She questions, why don't people give freedom to them, individual freedom? Not the deaf, blind speech of trees in a storm or of monsoon clouds. or of the rain or the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pipes. I was child, and later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted hair. My limbs, that means she says how she became attended puberty. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask for, he drew a youth full of 16 into a bedroom and closed the door. Another tragedy in India is about teenage marriage. According to this girl, she was 16 when she was married, then taken to a room and closed the door. We are reminded of Kamala Markandaya's story, Nectainasiyu. And it's also Rukmani. When she was 12, she was given married to Nathan, twice of a man who is twice of her age. He also the same. She speaks of tragedy, that tragedy. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask, for he drew youth 16 into bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but the sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me, because she was a child. She could not she couldn't tolerate the pain. I sank pitifully. Then I wore shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short and ignored my womanliness, dressed in saris. Be girl, she says I began wearing my brother's trousers, cut hair and short, ignored my womanliness, dressed in sari. But girl be wife, they said, no, wear sari. Be girl, be wife. Like that, because Indian wives could not wear trousers like that. Be embroiderer, be cook, be a coroller with servants, fit in or belong, cried the categories. Don't sit on walls or peep through our lace draped windows. Women can't do that. Women couldn't sit on walls, the traditional Indian pattern. She has no her own freedom. Be army or be Kamala or better, still be Madhavi Kuti, right? Her another name. It is time to choose a role. Don't play pretending games. Don't play at schizophrenia or be nympho. Nymphomania like that. Don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. I met a man, loved him, called him not by any name. He's every man. He's every man mean here Kamala speaks about her marriage. That means she did not have her own freedom. Venon Mega. Can you see the screen? You hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. After that, at last, every one of you, why not let me speak in any language? Yes, finally, they say like this, don't play at schizophrenia or be nympho, don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. I met a man, loved him, called him not by any name, he's every man. She says her husband is also same, male chauvinistic husband. That means Indian society, especially this Hindu society, that is patriarchal. Patriarchal means family based on um, father's decisions. Father is the leader. That is called patriarchal. There are no matriarchal societies in Asian society. Now here the what the poet wants to say is that from her childhood she didn't have her own freedom. When she was at home, she tried to ignore her womanliness and wore trousers and shirts. Then uh, family members scolded her, "Don't be so, be like a girl." When she sat on a wall, they asked her not to do that. After marriage also, they emphasized her not to do so, be like a woman. The poet speaks about the actual position of a Hindu woman in India. She has no her own rights, and also she is critical towards the male chauvinistic society. And also she criticizes politics of India to behave like that way. India is a country with so many tragedies for females. For example, one is Sati Puja. You know that Sati Puja? One time I have told you. Sati Puja means sometimes when husband dies earlier, widow, young wife should also jump into the fire, burning fire, right? Otherwise, her relatives pushed her into that. But legally banned it is in India, but some rural places it is still happening. The major theme is feminism, womanliness, her freedom, absence of freedom, and how Indian women live lives without any freedom. So satire, mm, flashback, simile, metaphor, oxymoron, irony can be taken as techniques. Marriage, womanly freedom, mm, uh, male oppressive behavior, patriarchal society, male chauvinism, etc. can be taken as themes. Major theme they think about freedom for women, right? Uh, let's discuss other poem next day.